up guys, welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a while, but I did kind of buy something else. I just bought the car that made me fall in love with exotic cars and supercars. Now I kind of own one. I bought this car at auction and it's probably the cheapest one ever sold. We'll get to that in a little bit on how much I paid for this. I don't know if I'm gonna end up keeping it or not. Let's just say parts are really expensive. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I bought a 2005 Bentley Continental GT. I absolutely love this car. There is something over there that might be planned for this car. I'm not sure yet. We'll talk about it later. But for now, let's look at the car, let's look at the damage and see if we can get this thing started. First thing we need to do is we need to see if this thing's gonna start to see if it's even worth it. If not, right back off to the auction. Now, if you see right here, this front support bar is pushed in, which is causing it to touch the front pulleys. I've kind of already looked around underneath here. So I'm gonna try to pull this front part out before we start it because we don't want to cause any damage up here. We're gonna strap down the front of this because when I'm pulling it that way, I don't want it to pull off the lift. Well, we're gonna hope that that's gonna hold it. So we did get it pulled out right here so we could try to start it, see if it starts, but I think this has to be pulled a little more. This is still shifted over. If you can see, there's still a kink here, still some damage over here. You guys know the routine. It's a moment of truth. Let's see if we can get this car started because it would be pretty sweet if it does start. I did replace the batteries. I didn't record any of it because let's face it, it's kind of boring. But I guess I'll show you in the back here. So you know if you're ever working on a Bentley, there are two batteries. There's one there, one there. One controls the start, the other one does like all the accessories or something. I replaced both of them. I don't know. I just want to make sure that both of them are good because this car was completely dead when I first got it here. So now, let's see if this thing will start. Come on. That's right, it starts. Oh man, woo, huge relief. That is awesome that this thing actually started. Let's see, let's give it some revs. She sounds good, man. That didn't sound good. I don't know if you guys can see around here, but it is a little smoky and kind of smells maybe like something's burning, something doesn't smell right. So I'm thinking that we're gonna have to pull out more of this because even when I gave it some revs, it sounded like that there might be like some type of miss. There's probably a lot of broken stuff back there. So I think I'm gonna pull this out more so I can see back here, see what else is damaged, and then maybe start disassembling everything because I want to see how bad this is. There's some options, there's some cool ones, but I want to see how extensively that the damage is to see if this car is going to be worth keeping. Well, ended up breaking the winch. No good anymore, so I guess the next step is to start taking some of this stuff off because I want to see what's going on behind here. Let's start removing a lot of this stuff. If you see right here, this is the secondary air valve that This piece was busted in there. I've already taken it off. And when I was trying to get this piece out, it ended up just snapping off. This is like extremely brittle. So in order to get back there to fix it, I'm gonna have to take out that headlight. But first, I think I'm gonna finish taking out the rest of this radiator. Now that we got the radiator completely out of the way, we can start repairing that, but we have to get this headlight out of the way. Now, to get the headlight out of the way, you have to remove this air box and the coolant tank. I already removed the coolant tank. I've already loosened it, but underneath, right about here, there is a 10mm bolt that is to the back side of this. So let's get this headlight out so we can start repairing that and see if the car is gonna run better. Just learned that there we go. But this secondary, it is cracked up top, and pretty much anything that you do on a Bentley, it's supposed to be motor out, so I'm gonna have to figure that out and order that part before we can see if this thing's gonna run better. See up front, all the damage. It does look like that this rail did take a little bit and could be tweaked a little bit. We're gonna work on that in a little while. And then this one did get completely pushed sideways, but I think that we could fix that too. And it also looks like that the motor might be sitting a little bit like this. So I'm gonna have to figure that out soon. So that kind of sucks that that is damaged, but I mean, what do you expect? This thing was crashed pretty good in the front. Now that we kind of have a few of the parts that we know just to get this thing running properly, we can look at some of the other things. We do have this airbag passenger side. I'm hoping I don't have to remove the whole dash. The windshield did get smashed. That kind of sucks because the windshields are very, very expensive in this car. Like all Audis, rear seat belts are locked up, but the interior is pretty much in immaculate condition. It looks so good. So how much did I buy this car for? Well, I wanted it at auction for $7,100, and then with taxes and fees came out to about $8,600, and then to get it shipped here was about another $1,500. So all in on this car, I'm about $10,000, just over $10,000 on the car. So now that you guys know how much I spent on this car, it brings me to what should I do with this car? I really have three options. Option one, I rebuild the car, I have fun with it, but parts are really expensive for this car. And if you want to help, hit that thumbs up and be sure to hit that subscribe button. But I don't know if it's necessarily worth it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments because I'm kind of torn on what to do. Option two, I could sell it because when I was at SEMA, I did talk to, well, a large YouTuber that is interested in the car and wants to do some cool stuff with it. Option three, this is a 2JZ motor. I've had it for a long time and kind of want to put it in something. That's gonna get very expensive too because it's stock, and to do the engine swap, I would have to beef up this motor, and that could get really expensive, so it kind of defeats the purpose. It's kind of not really my main option. I want to hear from you guys what you think. If you want to help out the channel, hit that subscribe button, give it a thumbs up. It helps the algorithm. I mean, I don't get sponsors off from this. I'm just doing this because I like to, and it's a lot of fun, so thanks for watching. The winning bid